I am very impressed of a lot of things, but first for the positive attitude among teachers and students, because we were sitting along a student and they described the methods, working methods in class, and it was a lot of positive energy in all our meetings with students and teachers, and that's impressing me a lot. And if you have a top-down decided method, it's often happened the opposite. You got a lot of negative energy and a resistance in the organization, and I didn't find any of those things. As a researcher about professional learning, I'm actually more impressed about parallel processes among student learning and teacher learning. So what you are doing with student learning, you do the same with teacher learning. I haven't seen that in Sweden, never. So systematically doing the parallel learning processes with students and with teachers. So in the future, I would say that it has to be a success, I think, because you are doing everything that research is saying you are going to do to increase student achievement.
I want to say that 3 words that comes into my mind. It's leadership, it's the handling of data, and it's the involvement of students. And I'm very impressed and very inspired from what I see. They seem to be very happy, they seem to have fun, and they also really taking part, and they are very attentive to listen to the teachers and also planning their own learning. They are moving in the same direction, absolutely. Absolutely, and they seem to have a very good relation, student-teacher relation seem to be very good. They are open, they are frank against each other, and it's a pleasure to listen to them. It's not rocket science. It's leadership, and it takes a long time. It's a question of attitudes and a culture, and you have fostered that culture. It takes a long time to build up that kind of culture. You can tear it down quite rapidly, I think, but it can be done everywhere. I think you are much more systematic than most schools in Sweden, much more systematic. I've been to other districts here in Wisconsin, and they are also quite good, but I think Menomonee falls is in the front line, really.
Here today I've experienced a lot of different things, and I'm impressed mostly of the systematic work that teachers are doing here, how they believe in their students and they have clear aims and the targets are visible to the students. And I also seen the students, how they work and how they know the next step in their learning process. And that's something I would like to take home with me, and maybe I can spread it to my colleagues and see if we can work in a similar way in the future. I was very impressed with the girl I talked to in a science class that showed me her portfolio, the things she has done, and how she knows exactly what the next step is in her teaching or in her learning process. I think mostly how they also work with special needs students, that they give them extra lessons so that they can improve and catch up with the others, and give them the tools necessary for their learning. I had a great day, and I'm so impressed by this school.
Yes, I've been seeing a lot of good teachers for the first, and I'm very impressed of them and how proud they are to work here. That's my first impression when I walked in here, and I went to a lesson upstairs. I think the children was between 12, 13 years somewhere, and that teacher was just amazing. I was almost started to crying, and I wish that I had my own kids in that classroom. That was a very good reflection for me, and I want to tell them for you. And then I understand that we at my school at home in Sweden, we have much to do if we want to come as long as you have done already. I think we do a lot of it, but we don't have this system for it like you have. But I think we can do that, but we need to take all our teachers with it before we start to make this system, I think so. Then I'm also very interested in this thing that you are listening so much on your students, and you take the notes and the thing they say and the thing they want to do, and you really take that for serious, and that I'm very impressed of, and I'm very happy to see that, because I think that's a thing we should do, all of us who teach children wherever we are. That's a very important thing for me as a principal at my school. And I used to tell my teachers all the time that me as a principal and the teachers, we are there for one reason, and that's for the children and for the students. And I think I can see that here, that you are here for the children and the students.